Wi-Fi, all kinds of issues here today. Hey everyone, this is Sandy with Let's Talk D2C, where we talk to you and share with you how to build better relationships with the audience. I'm joined here by my friend, my partner, my sidekick, my homeboy. How you doing today, Vincent?
Doing great. How about you, Sandy?
Man, it's a struggle today. I gotta admit, my Wi-Fi and even my data is not like up to speed. So Vincent is going to do a lot of talking today, aren't you?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
happens sometimes. Technology gets can get
that's
interesting.
life. That's life. But anyway, so again, welcome to the show, you guys. This is episode 33. And we have moved into the place of wanting to be on the side of eco-friendly stuff. So what are we doing today? What are we sharing today, Vincent? What's the name of our store that we're going to be in doing a store speed critique about?
It's called Zero Waste Store. That's a really interesting name. There you go. Yeah, are you seeing it?
Yeah, seeing it. Very
So
cool.
basically, the whole site is based around this idea of zero waste, which is really
Ah,
cool because it's we like to go into those stores that are environmentally friendly and green. And I was just thinking about it, and I think that this is actually a very good uh, s- differentiation because compared to those people that shop on Amazon, because as you know, people that shop on Amazon, there's going to be like a lot of returns and all those kind of things. There's all those boxes for packaging, all those kind of things. Those are definitely not environmental friendly. So by
true.
getting to this, you're like going after a different. You stand out from Amazon. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, it's a good niche, and I didn't even think of it, but it's not just the stuff, the products. So you're wasting a lot less and taking care of the environment because a lot of these soaps that they make are environmentally safe, but their packaging is also non-plastic kind of stuff. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So it's not just the product; it's everything. The whole process from the the, the product, the shipping, basically everything.
yep. All natural, eco-friendly packaging products, everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is a good site. I'm looking forward to digging into this a little bit. So we're going to be doing and focusing on what we call conversational commerce. You're not building that relationship. So we're going to be building that out. And then as well, showing you how to create an instant experience ad so that you can get people in the place of having conversations. So we're going to be doing those couple of things with this store that we're going to be critiquing today.
Hmm.
And what else? We're also going to be sharing with you top of the news stuff today. And if you haven't heard, top of the news is really about, oops, let me fix that, is really going to be about, and if you haven't heard, it is about Facebook Pay. So if you haven't heard the news, this came out yesterday. Facebook now has a pay. It is not Libra. It is different than Libra. It is the ability to be able to process orders inside of your Instagram, inside of WhatsApp, inside of Messenger, inside the marketplace,
Hmm.
which could be another place that you can be placing your products individually.
Yeah, I
So,
think this is definitely not a surprise to us, right? Because if you guys have been following us on our D2C shows, we talked about in a couple of few episodes ago where we talked about the was it the CEO of PayPal, right?
yeah,
Was hired to lead a division in Facebook. So for a CEO of PayPal, from a CEO position to be heading a division that's like a step down, but
yeah,
he must be believing in this project that much, right?
yeah,
Which is definitely something to do with this as well. So
yeah, yeah,
like what we like to say is skate where the puck will be. So
exactly.
if you'll be following us, this should not have come as a surprise.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. It's a stepping stone. Um, it's a move in the right direction. We're all focusing on Libra, and here they come in with this Facebook Pay, which clearly, there are some, they say there's some restrictions, but there isn't. As long as your store or your Facebook page has the shop option in there, you're able to set this up. It's a slow launch right now. They're rolling it out in the US, but what I expect come Christmas, it is going to be available worldwide. At the very least, I would expect by December, the very latest, mid-December. And I love that they're actually focusing on the little guy. I mean, there are plenty of people that don't have a lot of items, product ecosystem. They just want to sell stuff online, and you can paste your stuff if you wanted to, a nice little mug up on the marketplace. And it's going to allow you to, if I want to just send money to Vincent inside of Messenger, I can do that. So I'm excited about this. I think also it's going to be less fees. Of course, if you use PayPal or Stripe, then you have those fees, but it's bank to bank. So I can send money directly from my card directly to Vincent, I'm assuming to his card as well. So we'll share more about that. In fact, one of the things we're going to be doing is basically setting this up so you can see how it works inside the Creative Studio. I'm going to be posting it and scheduling it so you can find it later on our Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
So a few other things as well, while we're on the subject of our Facebook page. Let me go there real quick so you can understand what we're doing and how we try and keep you informed of what's happening in the world of e-commerce. So in our Facebook page, we like to share a lot of cool stuff that we come across. You just heard one of them. But as well, we share links to the demos that we set up. You can see the previous posts. You can see all the cool things that we share here. And that's where we talk about things like AR, which everyone knows besides video is where things are going, augmented reality. We talk about Libra when there is news besides them still being squashed. We talk about Facebook clear history. How does that affect your e-commerce business? If you don't know, and I expect as part of the privacy aspects of Facebook that is coming about, that clear history is going to be something that we're going to get a lot of education on. A lot of people aren't aware of it, but when people clear history, when you go out to your site, your website, you don't get that pixelation. So Facebook is working hard to make sure you stay inside their ecosystem, inside their platform, and as well, they're stepping up their privacy concerns. We share news on Instagram. Instagram is where we do a lot of our communication, as besides Facebook, but our primary platform that we use is Instagram. So any changes that happens there, we share it here on our Facebook page. We share things about TikTok because they can, it's a growing brand. So if there's something that we want to get you in front of your customers, and that's what's more important to us. Not so much, we're not loyal to Facebook or anybody. Our loyalty is to you, to help you to be a better e-commerce store. So we talk about Amazon, we talk about Shopify, we talk about how best to use WhatsApp, Instagram, and Messenger, which is the better platform to reach, and how to use them. There's definitely a strategy here, whereas Facebook is not like email. It's informational, it's educational, it's a learning platform. And then WhatsApp, I like to think of it as where people can have more of in your customer base anyways. People who are paying you money can have more of a conversation with you. And of course, Instagram is where they can ping you, and that's the more social platform. So I see them as different ways to use them. Should you have all three? I definitely think so. And the fact that it says merger down there makes them seamless. So my cat was about to jump up here. So direct-to-consumer news, we like to share a resource called what is that?
D2C
D2C
Daily.
Daily. Yeah, yeah. D2C Daily. We love them because they have all the fundings that are happening across the D2C environment. Who's being funded? We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. They are sharing the disruptors in the retail business. So we shared their information here. In fact, you're looking at, I believe, one of the articles we shared from them talking about what we are focusing on, and that is conversational commerce. That is so important to your brand these days. Too many people, as we're trying to explain to you, spend time buy now, instead of building that relationship. You've got to change your mindset, which is what we're hoping that we are doing here, is helping you to focus on and giving the tools to create relationships with your audience. We also talk about and share with you Facebook ads. My favorite ad right now setup is instant experiences. I think of them as a mini, like a squeeze page for those of you who are, from the old school of creating websites with long text, and they were really thin, and they were basically mind numbing sometimes because they would scroll forever with a buy now. But anyways, they worked. To me, this is what they're like. They're like ClickBank or anyone, not ClickBank, but what's the other? Russell Brunson.
ClickFunnels.
ClickFunnels, yeah. And here's the thing. The friction point is going outside of Facebook. People don't want to do it. They simply don't want to spend time outside of Facebook. They want to click, but they don't want to bounce out of Facebook. Everyone knows that. So now you can set up all that relationship and share all of that information, build that relationship, build trust with these instant experiences. So that's another thing, again, we're going to be sharing with you when we go back to doing this store speed critique stuff. So what else have we got here? We talk about Facebook Horizon, the virtual environment that's coming. I expect come Christmas, these virtual and AR headsets and all this just virtual world living is going to be a big hit. A lot more people are going to be onboarding. If you don't know about Horizon Community, it's basically Facebook in 3D, where you can set up your own world like Second Life. Again, I'm dating myself, I know, but that's where I see things going. Where you can have people walk into your virtual store, engage with you in a cartoon kind of character, and buy right there inside your virtual store. That's what I see is coming. So if you don't know about Facebook Horizon, you can find more information, of course, here on this Facebook page is what we're talking about. Okie doke. So again, we want to thank you again for joining us here at D2C Ecom, where we talk about how to build better relationships with your audience. And we're going to jump right into our store speed critique. You ready for that, Vincent?
Yeah, before that, I want to share something here. You can go ahead and share my screen.
Sure, you ready?
Are you sharing my screen?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I came across this article here that Nike is going to stop selling its product on Amazon, which I thought was quite interesting here. And one of the things that comes to my attention here is that Nike wanted to elevate their consumer experience, and they feel that Amazon is not the best place for it.
Wow. So in other words, they're talking our language. They want to have more of a relationship with their audience as well.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot more things there, but I think this really stand out to me because, I mean, relationship with the customer is what's gonna stand out in the very crowded marketplace today.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, everyone is seeing the writing on the wall. You've got to know your customer. You've got to be like the Watsons, where you went into the drugstore, you had lunch there sometimes, and everyone knows your name. And the norm today, a little play on words, because Cheers, everyone knows. Norm would walk into Cheers, and everyone would go, Norm, you've got to be that brand. And so we're going to help you with some. Of course, you can't spend your time talking to a million people every day. Our goal for you. Yeah. So Vincent and I, we want to show you how to handle and manage those conversations while you can still stay focused on what's important in your day. So again, give us an overview of this store. It's called Zero Waste Shop. Yeah. Give us an
Yeah,
overview.
zero
Like
waste store. It's called Zero Waste Store. So basically, as what the store says, everything and the store here is based on this idea of zero waste, sustainable kind of lifestyle that they're promoting here. And it's a really clean website, easy to navigate, very fast to load. And they also have this lifestyle blog where they actually give lots and lots of valuable insights on this topic as well. And they have a lot of products here that they're selling. Even they're even adding new things as well. So they're always growing, and they're working with different partners here as well. So you can look about at their story. So it's by this person called Sarah, and her story about why she got interested in this. So it's a really cool website and very good products from what I see here.
good. Zero waste is a very popular hashtag these days as well, isn't it?
What's that?
Zero waste is a very popular hashtag as well.
Okay. Cool.
So she was smart to create this zero waste store domain. She was very smart, very ahead of ahead of her game, ahead of the industry, because as we know, that's what things are headed. We are a conscious planet now, where we are now trying to do what we can to have less plastics and less waste in the world. So bravo to her.
Yep. And when I was looking through this site here, I saw something interesting here. Is that they have this like a FAQ kind of article for their number one, their bestseller product, which is the shampoo and conditioner bars. And of course, here we always like to mention that nowadays all e-commerce stores should have like a live chat widget. You can get one for free from Facebook Messenger. So why that works very well is that these days people don't like to call, and if they want to email, sometimes email takes such a long time. It can take hours or even days, and by that time they have already forgotten about you and they've already left. So why live chat works is that because people want instant gratification, right? They want to know the answer to that question right now.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
hearing
like
Andy.
You're hearing static.
Echo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is lots of questions here, which is really interesting. That a lot of people are actually having this question. So when, for example, someone is browsing around on the shampoo or the conditioner page, you can actually have engage them with a question on the live chat widget here on the bottom corner, and ask them, hey, can we help you to answer any questions, let's say for the shampoo or your conditioner bars? And then that way you can set it up such that these answers are given out automatically, so that they can interact with it and get to know more about your product. Is there anything you want to add, Sandy?
No, I think it's the one thing that people need to be doing is education. So she did a good job at not trying to be too salesy. She's educating about the
educating people here.
Yeah, zero waste, how it's made, all that kind of good stuff is so important, because people aren't buying on price anymore. People are not buying based on let me get the best deal. They're thinking environment first, In fact, people don't even get jobs anymore based on how much they can get paid. Do you have a cause? And that's one thing that, this is a good cause, saving the planet. But the other thing that I think maybe is another little miss here that I'm seeing for a lot of people is, where are you giving back? Of course, your product is eco-friendly. You're contributing to the planet that way. But there are other causes out here. Like, I read a really nice cause the other day as I was looking for, different products and people to connect with on Instagram.
Mhm.
There was this product where this shoe was expandable. It went from like a small child's shoe to a size teenager shoe, just by adjusting the straps. You know, and of course it was a nonprofit. So it solved a big problem for kind of people, especially children in small, third, fourth world countries, as I like to call them sometimes. Like Brazil, sometimes feels like a fourth world country. But
Yeah.
clearly there are kids who are walking with no shoes, and they were explaining that a lot of disease and issues come through the feet. I mean, you can cure a lot of conditions for people through your feet. So feet is so important. So my point is that, again, if you don't have something else that you're attaching yourself to, a cause, a charity that you contribute to, you're missing it. You're missing it. You can charge, for something that someone's getting on Amazon for $20, and this is not a hypothetical. This is a fact. The Prana mat that we did last week, I looked at their complaints and comparison of their ads inside of Facebook, and one person was like, "I got it on Amazon for $20. I got similar mat for $60, and the Piranha mat was $130." But they talk about how it's eco-friendly, that they do all this testing, test proven, but they also have a charity that they give to. So if you have a charity that you're giving to, people are willing to contribute to your product because they want to be a part of something.
Exactly. So coming back to the this zero waste here, I built out a simple demo on what they can do based on this frequently asked questions on their best sellers. So what I use this tool called ManyChat, and ManyChat is a very easy tool. Here you can see that it's all like built out in a flow. You can see that from here it goes to this next step, and from the next step it goes to all these other next steps. So let's go ahead and preview it on Messenger. So this flow, it can work as uh, as a live chat widget on the website. Hold on, let me open up Messenger. So you can have it on a live chat here, where it like asks them, hey, can we help you to answer any questions about the soap on the bars? Or we can also use this like some sort of like a retargeting. So they've gone through your the product, they've looked at it, and maybe they have some questions about it. That's why they have not bought it yet. So we can use this kind of retargeting questions to to engage them again. And for some reason, why is it not showing up? Okay, here it is. It is showing up. It's just not popping up. Oh yeah, I disabled the pop-up. I just remembered I disabled my Facebook pop-up. That's why it's not showing up. So here is hey Vincent. So it's calling me by name because as you know, Messenger is based on Facebook, and Facebook knows everybody's name. So thanks for checking out shampoo and conditioner bars. They are number one seller, and what question can I answer for you? So here you can see that it's very interactive. So they can scroll around and look at all the frequently asked questions. Basically, you can fill out your whole entire frequently asked questions here. Just for demo purposes here, I did 3 here. So you can see, like, let's say they're wondering how long does one last. So they can click on it. And you can see that all the answers here are automated. So they don't have to wait for somebody from your team to get back to them and answer these like repeated questions. All these questions are very repetitive, and your team member is much better off doing other more productive things than repeatedly answering the same questions. So you can see here all the answers are given to them, and if they have other questions, they can click on here and go back to to check out the other questions. And of course, they can choose here, or they can also type in something and say they want to type in, hey, do you ship to UK, for example? And then, of course, you can set up automations for that as well to answer those questions. And especially like right now, the holiday season is coming up. There's going to be like a much higher volume of shoppers coming to your website, and those shoppers they have lots of questions, and you don't want to be spending like Thanksgiving or Christmas like on your phone replying to them, right?
Exactly. Answering a bunch of questions with that end in, "Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna think about it." It's frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much that's that. I mean, it doesn't have to be complicated at all. This is pretty simple, and the goal here is to engage your customer, your prospects with in a conversation. So you can see here is that it's a two-way conversation. They want to see this question, and then they get the answer.
Exactly. So again, what's the major point here, Vincent? What is it that we want people to understand about why they need to have some kind of engagement on their website?
Well, people buy from those that they know, like, and trust. So it's all about creating that relationship. So when they have a question, they want it get answered. That's why you want to engage them and get that answers, get that question sorted out for them. So for example, they've gone on to check out that your product page, but for some reason maybe they have something in their mind. They want to they're not sure about it yet. So then when they go back to like Facebook or they're looking at Instagram, you can hit them up with a retargeting ad and then engage them inside Messenger and answer out all their questions that way.
Absolutely. So, we again are in the place of helping you to understand one thing. Let me put this up on the screen real quick. Everything is moving to this. And that's it. If you're not having conversations with your audience, you're not going to have an audience. People want to get to the place where they get to know, like, and trust you. So, and that's Vincent showed the perfect example of why Nike is not going to be selling their stuff on Amazon anymore. That's huge. That's really huge.
Yep.
That may also include retail stores. I mean, Foot Locker, they could be at risk. The same way that Blockbuster was at risk because of Netflix. Writings on the wall, you guys. Look, what's the benefit to Nike? They have a better understanding who their market base is. They can send and share ads and shift that monies that they're spending on shipping and boxing and all that to their retail stores. Petroleum, think about it. They have all these people, all these trucks that are shipping out products to stores. That goes, the fleet goes away, doesn't it? That fleet now goes away. They don't have a fleet of vehicles, gas costs, all of that goes away because of the shift in mindset towards going direct to the consumer. There's just too many benefits associated with going direct to consumer. It's that simple. And for the record, we all love shop on Amazon, but we know, and everyone knows, Shopify is the place for D2C. So with that said, we're going to jump into now looking at how this can be an effective ad for you. How to, how to draw in your audience doing um, Facebook ads, and that then turns into doing, um, Facebook ads turn into uh, Instagram stories or Instagram posts. So again, I talked about one of my favorite ad platforms now, or not platforms, but way to create an ad to me these days is using instant experiences. So I kind of jumped ahead a little bit because as my screen is sharing is showing now, I'm having some issues. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of jump into this flow of how instant experience, how quick and easy they are to set up. Then I'm going to backtrack and show you how I got here. So I've already added somewhat of a header here. Okay. And by the way, these are only mobile only. These are not uh, typically don't show up inside your feed. Even though you can set these up as a post and I can see them as a post, but as a post they show up, but as an ad, they're only mobile. And as I said, these instant experiences, they really are about helping you to get more information in the hands of the consumer, your audience, so that you're basically creating a mini website, if you will, inside Facebook. So let me show you how simple this is. You can put your title up real quick, and then all you're going to do is add these components. Now this, you can have a really nice something which is designed to not necessarily create a sale. Of course, you can have it so people can come in and create a sale, or have a sale button. But we think is more important. You're going to get more volume. You're going to have better understanding of your audience if you're not going for the jugular first. Don't go for the sale right away. Get people in the place where you are capturing. Think about this. People come to your website all the time, by the thousands if you're doing it right, millions to some people. But do you know who they are? Can you get back to them? If they're not, if you have, an email campaign set up and they put in their information, usually it's wrong, then you have to send them an email. And how good is that working for anybody these days? I mean, I'm not a copyright anything. I'm not good at copy at all. I would rather speak to a video, because if you don't know it, a 1 minute video is worth 1.8 million words. People get to know, like, and trust you in video. So my preference is to use video. Be real. I love to play around with and do most of my posts inside of Instagram stories. And then if I like that, then I'll go back and create a post out of it. So again, here's what we're doing right now: setting up this instant experience. This doesn't take long at all. Of course, if you have your images, which most of us do, on a drive somewhere you can get access to, or even inside of your Facebook page, you can share with people a story. And this is really what we want you to understand about these experiences. They're about, again, relationship building, conversation commerce, but you want to lay it out in story mode. You want to give people not just the pretty pictures, but you want to give them an understanding of who you are, how this product is built. Share that journey of you and your product. And then you want to invite them into the same place that Vincent just showed you. Okay. Of course, you want to capture them inside your Facebook page. Of course, you want to, but you want us to get away from driving people to your website. To be honest with you, that's just my opinion. And as you can see, Facebook, as we shared earlier with you, they have Facebook Pay now. I know most people are saying, oh, you don't want to put your eggs all in one basket. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And am I saying that you should have everything in Facebook? No, I'm just saying that You should give people the option to to communicate with you inside Facebook and buy from you inside of Facebook. Should you get rid of your website? Not
Yeah,
suggesting that.
basically, you need to be everywhere. Don't decide it for your customer where they should be shopping, but give them all the options and let them choose.
Yeah, but think about the environments that people spend more time in: Facebook, Instagram. So if you want to be able to pixel them better, understand what to send to them, like I'm sharing with you here. Okay, one of these pictures, and each one of these are clickable, so I can put a URL. I can make these click to another instant experience. But what we suggest you do, to be honest with you, is have them come to your messenger. And if you don't know how to get people to your messenger, it's simply m.me and the name of your store, D2 ecom. Okay, and then you can add here, and here's where things are right now. Here's a button. Okay, you can add some text. And here's where your mindset should be right now. We know what this holiday season is right now, right? So what are people focusing on? Learn about our Black Friday exclusive. Okay, everything's running slow here. I typed it. I'm still waiting for it to come up. I'm pretty sure I typed it. There it is. Yes, of course, there's a couple of little spelling errors here. All right. We got a nice video here. Again, the idea is to, I've been at this at 5 minutes now, and I've laid out a nice little story, for the most part, of this product. Think about this as a website. How long would it take you to do a website? How much? Or an app. We talked about this the other day, an app. If you wanted to build out an app store, or build an app with your store, that would, it's a lot of money. And the other thing is, it's not bi-directional communication. So personally, apps have their own place. The apps aren't going away, but I think this is also where people are going to find, if I'm thinking I want to build an app, this would be a better option for you. This is very easy to change. Imagine having to go back and change an app. Now you have to pay for that, right? Whereas you can have any one person, that you're a virtual assistant, come in here and make this change for you. Right, Vincent?
And
so this becomes
your customer has to download an app. This app is already downloaded in everybody's phone.
Exactly. And what do we do now? Most of us have a good sized phone, but we're still very cautious about the space that we use on our phone, aren't we? We don't download as many apps, or we uninstall apps because we want to save that space. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have a phone. My Note 9 has a lot of space on it, but still, I'm very, I would rather save that space for my videos, and I'm always shooting video. So again, do you want to share a story here? I'm just kind of pasting in here so you can see how this thing can go together. Let me see. I think what I want to try and do, Vincent, is I want to save this, and I want to see if I can send it to you. I'm not seeing anything here. But I put testimonials in here. Okay. think about building this out as a story. So I'm going to try and save this. Everything's moving real slow. But then you can also, like I said, you can add a button. I've added a lot of little things here, and it took me less than 10 minutes to do this. I'm going to add a button. And this button, of course, like the images, learn more about our Black Friday offers. Okay. And of course, you see down here, you can change the color, the background. You can have it count out to a website. And again, our main thing is we want you to set this up so that you're building relationships. Have them go to your messenger so you can now know who and what to share with people inside of an ad directly. Categories. Yeah, Vincent? It's very easy to set up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when people click on one of these images, and each individual image is also clickable. When they click on those images, now you know what to share with them. You can make this a little neater. Just it needs a drag and drop. So if I wanted to take, let's say, let's collapse these so I can see them better. That's the carousel text. Okay. If I want to take this text and split this top section, these two up a little to make it look neater. I can take this text and I can drag it up here. Grab the handle. So, and it did it. Yeah. So, photo carousel. So I want to drag this up one. It's trying. Again, live was always a chore to get things functioning. Yeah, Vincent?
Yep.
So you get the point. This drags up and move around. So anyways, I'm not sure if this is going to save because it's still loading this video. But you can see the point here is that it took me all of 10 minutes to build this out. No time whatsoever. Let's say. Let's save. Let's see if this is going to save, and then I can send it to Vincent as an experience. If not, I'm going to not waste your time and mine and yours, Vincent.
I think I can just go into. Let me see. Let me see if I can just go into.
So it's not a big deal for me to just cancel this because I want to show you how I got here. So this is not hard to build out, so I'm not worried about losing that information because it literally takes 5 minutes to get there to build that out. So if you don't know Creative Studio, this is where everything is moving. I love that it shows you the statistics of all the pages that you manage. We've shared the past insights, all that kind of good stuff we've gone through, monetization, all that stuff we've done inside Creative Studio. You want to get to the place where you're using Creative Studio. That's simple. You want to do that. So here I create these posts. Just click on post, create post. And you're going to click on multimedia, okay? Because that's really what we're doing, is creating multimedia. These are somewhat, they used to be what we called carousel, but now they're called instant experiences. But you can see you can still do that. Okay, multimedia. And then just click on the plus here. And you're in. It launches the environment where you can then start building out these instant experiences. And again, they're very quick. I'm not sure you see those notifications. Well, I need to close my, no, I need to keep it open because the next thing I'm going to show you is, the last thing I'm going to show you is how to post inside of this experience. All right, so again, I showed you how to get here. It's very quick, it's very simple. Again, you just type in a title here, demo, and start adding components. Each one of these, very simple. Just click on, start adding.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, we have a template to help you with what we consider to be the optimal flow. And this is not just a made up template of how to do, we didn't make this up. It's a combination of what Facebook has offered as what they call get inspired. So, and how we try to include that, how to create the conversation. And that of course means to get people to the place of going to your messenger first. And it's against common wisdom, conventional wisdom, if you will, to go for the sale. But we're not in that place anymore, especially online. People are going to shop you. What is it? People will come to your store to have a look, see what you've got, and then they will abandon their carts. And you got nothing at the end of that. Mm-hmm. You really have no, outside of your retargeting pixel, which, at some point you're going to say, okay, I'm not going to retarget this person anymore. It shortens your sales cycle. That's as simple as that. Shorten your sales cycle and create a product ecosystem, because you know now how to sell something else to that person. You make more selling to the same person than you are going to then trying to find new prospects. You really don't want that hustle. Yeah, Vincent?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. Last thing I want to share with you is this post. Oh, before I do that, well, no, let's go ahead and do it. All right. So we talked about this real quick, and I'm going to schedule it so you can go back and read it. This is the Facebook Pay. So I'm going to set this up and schedule it inside of our Facebook page. I'm still inside Creative Studio, so I'm just going to create post. And this is very simple. You just select where you want that post to be, and then you just kind of copy paste in the URL of that story, or even your own videos, whatever you have that you want to share. You see all the different options down here. It's going to fetch the content, or at least the image, from there. And I've already, and that's an okay image. I think I can change that if I wanted to, but we'll leave it. Yeah, I can add my own here, and that means if I wanted to, I can download the one from the page. So I've already pretty much copied the content from them to use. I'm going to just copy that content over to the Creative Studio. Paste it. And normally you can just get rid of the URL. I think I will. And it's enough, really. I don't need to do much more than that. Is it important to share other news out there? Yes. it's important to share other information about the industry that you're in. You're embedding yourself in not just, a sales page for your own stuff. I don't think anyone should be that way where you're just sharing your own stuff on your own page.
Yeah,
So
and I think the zero waste that they are doing pretty good because they are also sharing other contents. Like one of the things that they were talking about was also like composting, things like that. It's not necessarily something that they are selling,
yeah,
but it's also something that is someone that is interested in zero waste. Anything zero waste will be interested in that topic as well.
yep. So I'm going to set this for 11:30 my time. Yeah, but and we've shared in previous videos how to find the actual best time to post. And if you don't know, to my understanding, 11 Central Time US is the best time to post. And you see, that will probably be what 3 my time, because California 4 my time. So because California is 5 hours behind me. So, but for the sake of letting you have access to this right away, I'm going to go ahead and just schedule that. It should. I'm not sure why I didn't schedule. Schedule. There it is. Okay. So it did schedule it. So, and I can look at that post in my content library. But we're going to spare you all that. You can go to. I highly recommend that you go to Creator Studio and have a look around and play around with that, or watch some of our previous videos where we share how that works. And of course, I didn't change that I was doing this, but that is Creator Studio. I need to get better about coming here first, talking face to face before I jump around to different things. But yeah, so again, that's Creator Studio. If you want to schedule things now inside of Facebook, you have to go to Creator Studio. And if I didn't show before, the other aspect that I really like about Creator Studio is that you can schedule things inside your Instagram as well. So I believe your post and your IGTV, you can schedule those times. So, alrighty. Well, how much time have we been on here? Almost an hour.
Yep.
So, what else have we got to talk about here, Vincent?
I think we pretty much covered most of the things we covered. I think only the template left.
Yeah, perfect point. All right, so of course we do all this because we want you to understand how to create and attract your audience, create a better experience for them, have better conversation with them. So what we have done is we've created this template. It's called the Relationship Building Template. And how it works is like this. We help you to go from point A to point B on with your audience. And that means that most of us, we think we have a good understanding of who our audience is and how to create those relationships. So we teach you how to connect with your audience so that you're running the right ads to them. Listen, forget about organic reach. It's not paying Facebook's bills. Anyone who's telling you can do anything organically are not telling you the truth. So identify your audience, and we take you from that aspect to creating an ecosystem that is designed to help you to continue to resell to your audience, and as well how to reach them with content that we help you to understand how to create. So today we just shared kind of this middle section, which is again designed to help you to create relationships, that conversation, and build trust. But again, we only share with you just a small portion of how to have a complete system for reaching your audience, making more sales, and working smarter, not harder. So if this is of interest to you, this is a free template that we provide for you with a little bit of training as to how to do each one of these steps. So all you have to do is type in the keyword template, and we'll get that right out to you. All righty. So, Vincent, we are at 11:11, exactly on time here. Yeah.
Yep.
So we appreciate everyone being here today. We're coming up on the holiday season. Everyone, listen, the one template that we didn't share with you, and the reason why we're doing these now and focusing on stores and ads is because the fact that Black Friday's coming, Cyber Monday's coming, Super Saturday's coming. We have a template, and we haven't shared this very much, and that's my own confusion about the flow of sharing you about stuff. But we also have, when you download that template, and again, you type in the keyword template, you can get that template. But we also have a way for you to not compete with all the big box brands who really that's for. All of the little stores, mom and pop shops, D2Cs, they struggle, with competing in that marketplace. It's not for you. That's why. But we show you how to, what we call, shoot the gaps of those different events so that you're able to then continue to build relationships outside of those events and have an amazing closeout year with your store. So we have 3 different methods that we have available for you. When you download that template, you'll get some instructions as to how to get that as well. So again, we thank you so much. This is Sandy. Let's Talk D2C, reminding you it's all about creating those relationships. And that is, again, that we are moving into a world of conversational commerce. Create those relationships, right, Vincent?
Yeah, and especially now it's the holiday season, everybody's going to be running ads, and the cost is going to be going to all the more you want to be creating those conversations.
Yeah, exactly. It's so important because you're going to have less of an ad spend if you're creating those relationships and having those conversations. Ad spend is going to be crazy. It's not for everybody unless you're doing it correctly. That's what we're helping you to do. So again, we're at D2C Ecom. Follow us on our Facebook and our Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. If we have something here, a question, feel free to type them into the comment section here. We are very attentive, and we'd love to be able to help you with building your store. So if you have a store, if you have a question, please ping us inside Messenger or inside here, and we'll get back to you promptly. All right, so thank you again so much for joining us, everyone. We've had a blast. We're getting better at this, I think. I watched, plenty of people that are just getting started with video, and, trust me, it gets better. Keep going. So again, this is Sandy saying thank you from Brazil, and ciao.
And Vincent here from Indonesia. See ya.